All right, so look, this is what happens when you enter the fifth dimension. And I want to say this before we get into this transmission, that this video may put you in the fifth dimension, because the fifth dimension is closer than you think. It's within you. It's you. It's a version of yourself. It's like, imagine being a Lego and getting played with. And you're a Lego. And someone built a whole Lego village and they're moving you around. You're the Lego. But then realizing you're the kid playing with the Lego. And then realizing you're the consciousness that's playing as the kid with the Lego. As you ascend within yourself, you start to experience this reality from a different reality or a different experience. And this is ascending into the fifth dimension. So I want to tell you this before we get into this transmission, that watching this video may ascend you up into the fifth dimension, in which everything will change. Your entire life will change. You will simply not be able to go back to sleep. You will simply not be able to see things from a limited point of view when you become more unlimited, when you move into the infinite within yourself. So if you accept the energy of this transmission, then just say yes within yourself or out loud. You're making a declaration that you're ready to experience something new. So go ahead and relax. Go ahead and relax and get ready to receive this authentic transmission from the fifth dimension. Let yourself let go of everything you've been taught about money, how you receive it, how much of it, what it is, where it comes from. Let go. Let go of everything you've been taught about how things work, how you travel, how you create, how you experience different things, how you receive, who you receive from. Let go of everything. Access the 0 point within the middle of your head, the middle of your skull, at the soul center. This is where your soul sits within your body. Access this 0 point by looking between your eyebrows, slightly raised, and feeling that this is where your soul is sitting. This is where you are experiencing. Even if you place your attention on your feet, you are experiencing this within your soul center, the 0 point of your being. The fifth dimension is like a lucid dream. If you've ever awakened in your dream and wished to fly or thought about flying, suddenly you feel that you are levitating off the ground. As you believe more that you can fly, your ability to fly increases. As you become more confident in your ability to fly, you're eventually soaring above the trees. And then you realize you're flying, you're soaring above the trees, and then you have doubt. How long will I be able to keep this up for? How long will I be able to continue to fly above the trees? And then you notice yourself start descending back towards the ground. This is what happens as most ascend into the fifth dimension. All of us have experienced the fifth dimension before, except the mind cannot comprehend it, and so it freaks out and resorts to old systems and old programmings like the third dimension and everything we were taught in the third dimension. Right now, the earth is shifting in a way that all life will operate in the fifth dimension. All life will communicate in the fifth dimension. All life will receive abundance in the fifth dimension. All life will create within the fifth dimension. So it is inevitable that we leave this 3D consciousness. Not that we leave the body, but that our body transcends into a light body, into a body that operates in the fifth dimension, that resembles more of an experience of flying, if you will. Gravity does not have such a deep hold on you or your body. So, what is the fifth dimension and how can we instantly access it? The fifth dimension is exactly what you feel right now. Each moment, you're feeling something. Each moment, you're feeling truth start to spark in your heart. Each moment, your intuition is speaking to you, even if it is saying nothing, even if it is quiet, it is still speaking to you. You are still connected to your intuition. On a day where your intuition is simply quiet, it is just telling you to be. But on a day where your intuition is telling you to speak or move or create or do something you've never done before, that is the fifth dimension. The reason why most people cannot enter the fifth dimension and have a hard time staying in the fifth dimension is because the mind cannot comprehend it. What happens when your intuition tells you to book a flight to another country, to start a new life somewhere? What happens when your intuition tells you to quit your job, despite all logic saying, but how will I pay my bills? How will I pay my rent? How will I do what I've been doing for so long? That's the whole point. The fifth dimension is taking you into a different experience where you don't do those things anymore. It's your intuition. Your intuition is guiding you into your highest reality yet. That is the fifth dimension. And so as we move into the fifth dimension, what we start to experience is that everything supports you instantaneously to bring you your highest desire. Ultimately, the soul's highest desire is to be liberated, to be free, to realize who it is. Self-realization. And on that way to self-realization, there are things that we have come here to experience. Some people want to be rich. Maybe it's been lifetimes since they've experienced what it feels like to be rich. Maybe it's been a near experience. So for those people on their way to self-realization and liberation, the fifth dimension will bring them riches. It will bring them riches because the only way to unattach from that desire is to experience it fully. Or else in your last moments as you leave the body, you will simply feel that, but wait, what does it feel like to be rich? And you'll come back to be rich. Maybe that's why you're here. So if you want to be rich, the fifth dimension will bring you riches. If you want to be in love, if you want to live on the ocean, if you want to break your family karmic patterns and chains, those will all be brought to you by the fifth dimension within yourself. And the easiest way to feel the fifth dimension is by listening to your intuition. And one exercise you can start doing right now to get in touch with this intuition is channeling your higher self. As you channel, you may run into benevolent beings that also want to help you. You may run into ancestors that are guiding you, spirit team, ascended masters. Your ability to channel will become very solidified. You'll become very confident in your ability to channel. And to start, you get a piece of paper, you write a question, you tap your heart, you breathe into your heart, and you connect yourself with your higher self, and then you receive the answers. So I ask the question, what am I here to realize now? Instantly, I feel a vibration, and that vibration says this. I write it down. And the more that I do that, and I ask questions to my higher self, and I channel it, and I write it down, the more eventually I will not even need to write things down. I won't even need a pen and a paper. I'll just be consistently channeling my higher self. But what will be happening is I'll be living as my higher self in the fifth dimension. I'll be merging with the fifth dimension, with my higher self. But it's very important not to ignore this, because 3D is on its way out. So many people have been intentionally made unemployed what they would consider as unemployed, but that's because their soul is ready to experience ascension. Those that are still working in a traditional third dimensional reality are not ready to ascend yet, or they're on a gradual pace, but it doesn't matter. Comparison will take you out of the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension is, regardless of what anyone says, whether it's a guru or a best friend or a mother or father or family member or even your own spouse, your own partner, this knows best. This is the fifth dimension. No one can tell you what it's saying. Only you know what it's saying. Only those that are highly perceptive can help guide you to what it's saying. This is what I do with my one-on-one clients. And if you're interested in connecting with me, I'll put the link in the description, and then you can join the Telegram, Discord, and send me a private message, and we can go from there. This is the fifth dimension. And to enter it, you must start listening to it, being curious about it, and your life is simply just going to change. Everything about your reality is going to change. The way you receive money is going to change. You don't want to go work that job anymore. There's a reason you don't want to. There may have been a time you did want to. That was alignment. Now alignment is saying there's a different way to receive. Saying that the only way I can receive money is by going to this job every day is a slap in the face to the universe, a slap in the face to the creator. What about infinity? Are you not infinity in a body? Infinity wants to show you how infinite you can receive money. Infinity wants to show you how how infinitely possible it is for you to take a trip, for you to move, for you to do the thing you actually feel that you want to do. But you must give infinity or God that responsibility. If you take that responsibility away from God, then God can't fulfill infinity for you. Let the universe do the universe's job, and allow yourself to just trust yourself and move into the fifth dimension and watch how, imagine this, your life is a daily miracle. Every day you experience miracles. Isn't that more fun than going to a regular, predictable pattern and just living that pattern every day? Isn't it a lot more fun to say, I'm in this human body now, and I'm here to experience miracles daily? How I receive, how I create, who I connect with, what I'm doing, how I'm fulfilled, how my business operates. Everything about my life is a miracle every day because I give that responsibility to God, and I do my part as a piece of the Creator, a little piece of the Creator, so that God can experience itself through this body in the fifth dimension, because the fifth dimension is just so much more fun. So tonight as you sleep, ask your higher self, simply just say, show me the fifth dimension. And if you're real serious, write it down on a piece of paper and put it in your pillow. Show me the fifth dimension tonight as I sleep. I guarantee your life will change forever. God bless.